Okay, this is my Volvo V70R. Just going to do a quick walk around. It is a 2006 model. It's got about 128,000 miles on it, and it is for sale right now for $9,500 or best offer, located in Gainesville, Florida. Let's see. We'll start with the front. Okay, so you may have noticed the gray wheels. This is not, standard. It's not paint though. These are the original wheels, and it's just Plasti-Dip, which means it is kind of a plastic spray-on coating, and it peels off very easily. And if you do that, it's just bare aluminum underneath. If you'd prefer that, and you are interested in buying the car, I can very easily peel the Plasti-Dip off for you before purchase. You can also see the brake calipers there. They're very large, 4-piston Brembo brake calipers all around, and they've got the R logo on them, as does the wheel itself. A lot of stopping power with those brakes. They are pretty large, and you can see also on the rear, same setup, slightly smaller caliper, but it is another 4-piston Brembo on the rear. Stickers right there, those are coming off real soon, probably a little bit later on today. I'm already halfway there. It's a little time consuming to take them off. Alright, only damage to the body really, there are a couple small scratches, or not scratches, dents. I don't know if you can really even see them. I'm trying to, yeah, you can see one of them right up there, but very small, hardly noticeable. Moving around to the back, let's see. As you can see, the taillights are tinted. They're not too darkly tinted. They can be very easily untinted as well. Just some, let's see, acetone, any kind of paint thinner really, as well as carb cleaner or gasoline. Get it right off. Let's see here, the R all-wheel drive badge. It is an all-wheel drive car, of course. A AWD system. It's pretty effective, yeah, it's a good system, especially if you live in an area where it snows a lot. It will come in handy. Alright, moving on to the interior. You can see these seats. It's Nordcap leather, which is the blue leather. Very soft, very high quality leather. I haven't cleaned the seats, so there are a couple marks on there that are just dirty marks. It's not damage. That, however, on the bolster, that is just worn leather. The bolsters on the driver's seat are worn as well. It's very hard to find an R that doesn't have some worn leather. But these are very, very comfortable seats and very nicely bolstered, very supportive. Volvo makes some of the best seats, I think, and these are probably one of their greatest hits. Stepping into the car, let's see, we see the steering wheel. It's a 3-spoke steering wheel. It's got audio controls as well as cruise controls on it. See, the stereo, that is aftermarket. I do have the original 6-disc CD changer stereo. I can put either one in the car. Whichever one you want will come with the car. Let's see, active chassis settings are right here. So with those, you'll be able to set the firmness of the suspension. And it is a automatic gearbox, sport button if you want to hold on to shifts a little bit longer, as well as a manual shifting mode. And you have your seat heaters right here for both front passenger and driver, as well as dual zone climate control. Let's see, that's about it for the AC. It's a pretty good system. And let's see, let's move on to the driver's side now. Yeah, you've got a automatic up and down switch for the passenger. And let's just take a look at that door card real quick while we have the nice lighting. As you can see, really nice aluminum trim throughout the car, and everything that looks like leather is indeed real leather, and it's very, very nice soft leather. In addition, the car comes with, I think, I want to say like an 8-speaker sound system, and that's just standard 350 watts, so it's a pretty good system for a standard audio system. Moving on to the driver's side, you can see these beautiful blue gauges. It's a little bit hard to see, but they have kind of this nice shiny aluminum finish. It's very, very nice. Alright, you have automatic windshield wipers right here, and automatic headlights over here. Very nice features on this car. It's really a joy to drive, and automatic night dimming mirror. We've got the home link up here for opening up to 3 garage doors. Let's see, then you've got 3 light options. There's the dome light, and then you've got map lights for front passenger and driver. Down here we have all aluminum trim around the whole center console. You've got cup holders down here, cup holders right here, and a nice little cubby right here. Lots of space. It goes down very deep. Handbrake. Notice the blue stitching. You've got blue stitching on the handbrake, blue stitching on the shifter boot, if you can see that, and blue stitching on the steering wheel, blue stitching throughout, and even on the door pulls, you can see right here. It's really everywhere. The detail on this car is really fantastic. The interior is just beautiful. Same, very high quality leather, aluminum, and you've got automatic up and down switches for both the passenger and driver window. Let's see, what else can we say? Oh, there's a boost gauge right here. Now that is obviously not original. It lights up blue. I'll just show you the startup sequence of it right now. It can come with the car, or it can go, whichever one you prefer. So you can see when you turn the car on, gauge turns on, does a little startup sequence. What this does is it measures the boost pressure in the intake manifold. So right now obviously the car is off, so it's 0 atmospheric pressure. Of course it will go up with boost if you put your foot down, or it will make vacuum if you don't put your foot down. So nice little feature if you want to monitor your boost. Not essential for sure, but you know, it's a cool little feature to have. Notice also blue stitching right here. You know, blue stitching everywhere. The detail again is just fantastic. We've got a little R logo on the little door lock pins. Let's see. Front passenger and driver seat are power adjustable. Driver seat is 3-position memory as well. They're 5-way adjustable seats, both front passenger and driver, with lumbar as well. So really nice seats. You can see down here you've got a, this is a radar detector actually built into the car. It's aftermarket, obviously that's not original. That was the previous owner put it in. I don't know too much about it, but I did look it up by model number. It is like a $600 or $700 system. It's integrated into the front and rear bumpers, so you get a very stealthy radar detector system. Okay, moving on to the rear. Rear seats are in excellent shape. You know, same really nice high quality leather, very nicely supportive, bolstered, extremely comfortable, and you've got quite a decent amount of leg room. You've got the seat adjusted fairly far back. I like to sit far back, and I'm about 5'11", and as you can see, I fit just fine. I've got plenty of leg room. Got about 4 inches here, and I'm 5'11", and I have the driver's seat pretty far back as it is. All right, got a nice compartment right here, cup holders, as well as a nice little cubby for storing things. This is also nicely trimmed in leather. And you have 12-volt power right here, and yeah, that's a pretty nice feature to have. Let's see, what else can I say back here? I've got the same reading lights in the back for the rear passengers. What are these called? I can't remember what these are called. But they have the coat hooks on both sides as well, and a place that you could put a bar in between. I'm not sure. I don't have the bar. It was probably an optional feature. I'm not really sure, but it would just go between there. I'm sure you could find one. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, you know, sunroof right here, or moonroof rather. And switch is automatic. It can go up or back either way. Moving out of the rear. Oh yeah, these are fold flat seats as well, and it's very easy to do. You just pull this right here, 40-60 split, And even with the driver's seat as far back as it is, these fold down no problem. And let's just get that down. As you can see, completely flat floor, and that gives you an incredible amount of luggage space in the back. It really just swallows pretty much anything you have to throw at it. You can put, you know, probably a pretty decent sized piece of furniture back there with no problem. And finally, in the trunk, quite a large trunk. Sorry about the exposure there. Subwoofers are not coming with the car, and they do take up a lot of space, so it looks a little bit smaller than it really is. But you know, it's a very large trunk, plenty of room. I can fit a bicycle in here even with the subwoofers. I just take off the front wheel and it literally just sits right there. There's enough room for that, and it's a full-size 28-inch wheel bicycle. Got a little storage compartment underneath, and I just keep a toolkit in here just in case. And then underneath here, you've got your battery, your spare tire, factory toolkit, and jack. Just snaps in. Alright, moving around to the engine. Alright, it's a 5-cylinder turbo, twin intercooler, makes about 300 horsepower, 300 pound-feet of torque. As you can see, very nice, continuing with the blue on the coil covers, silver boost tube, all very, very nice. And I've put in some blue accents here and there just to liven it up a bit. That is the only modification on the car. It is a snab performance intake. Does not interfere with any functionality of the car. It just gives you a little bit slightly larger diameter for the turbo intake. Just increases spool a little bit, makes it spool up a little bit faster. Oh, and also that is a polyurethane upper engine mount bushing. It does increase vibration marginally, but the rubber bushing, if you should choose to switch to it, is I believe like $25 or $30. And the advantage to that is it will never wear out again, and it will stiffen up the engine just a little bit. Here you see the air filter. It is brand new, as are all the other filters, cabin air filter included, oil filter, fuel filter, all that. I just cut a window in the stock airbox so you can see the air filter and tell if it is, you know, dirty, obstructed, anything like that. That's all that does. No effect on performance there or reliability. As far as maintenance on the car, I have done a timing belt, water pump, all the related components, PCV system, and transmission fluid has been flushed, and let's see, all of this has been within the last 15,000 miles. Also new serpentine belt and serpentine belt tensioner. I believe that is it for the maintenance. As you can see, front of the R, very attractive. I really like the way this car looks, and we've got the little R badge up there. It's kind of subtle, but it's definitely there. And then this nice gaping mouth right here for the second intercooler that you can see back there, and you know, fog lights right there. It's also got daytime running lights that are on when the headlights are off. Also the signature Volvo headlight washers or headlight wipers, whatever you want to call those. You know, obviously this is not a show car. It's a daily driver, 128,000 miles. So there are some imperfections in the paint from bugs and whatnot, but it's really not too bad at all for what you get. And of course, all this is factored into the price. Yeah, so pretty clean example of the Volvo V70R, and pretty much stock too. So as I said, $9,500 or best offer. And it is a, you know, fully loaded example, everything except navigation and factory subwoofer on this car. So it's a really nice car. I'm mainly selling it because I kind of want to go back to driving a manual. I haven't had a manual car in a while, and in addition, I don't need something quite this big. It does. It's a fairly large car, and I definitely don't need all the space. Don't really use it. Figured I might as well go get something a little bit smaller. Alright, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I'll put some contact information in the description. And also I have ads on SweetSpeed if you want to check that out. Alright, thank you for watching.